Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, welcome to Jon Shafer's At the Gates. That's right, Jon Shafer, the lead developer of Civilization 5, has gone off and made his own game, and it's sort of like Civilization, but with survival elements, and it's kind of a roguelike thing. And basically, for me, it feels like a mix between Civilization and Emir, but less city building. And some of you might like this a lot more than Civilization, and some maybe less. But let's go ahead and see what Jon Shafer's At the Gates is all about. Okay, so here we are loading into a new game, and this is what the game looks like. Okay, first of all, the art style does stand out as watercolor, and some may love this, some may hate this, but it looks very Civilization at this point. It is a 4X and all of this, but there is so much to it that is very different. You can see new clans have joined. But then there's also a lot that's very familiar. Studying professions, training units, collecting resources. And there's a lot of mix of ideas in this game that sort of has this wiki complexity, right? Now, wiki complexity, there's a difference between complexity and depth. And this game has a lot of depth and a lot of complexity. So it's hard to actually understand what's going on if you're first time playing. I spent like 2-3 hours just figuring out the basics of this. But here's one of my favorite features. This wiki complexity, it's all built into the game in a tooltip system that I've never seen before. So let's say I want to see treasure, right? This is our gold, basically. And then, let's learn about caravans. Let's learn about resources. Let's learn about tools. Let's learn about the blacksmith. Let's learn about diggers. Let's learn about unidentified minerals, and then maybe identified, and then maybe about gatherers, and then maybe about fruits, and wheat farms, and wheat, and alcohol, and grapes, and food, and clans, and fighting, and you get the idea. It's got this tooltip system where it's just, you can open up as much as you like, and it just read, explain, and of course you can just go back and everything, or just close the whole thing. All that information is there, and it's actually kind of amazing that it's there, and it works on everything. These tiles, it's a brush, which provides timber, which provides boards, can be catapulters, it's everywhere, and it's so good. Now, let's get to some gameplay. A new clan has joined. These clans are basically units. You can see we've got Clan Relendis here, and they have traits. They're stubborn and eager, and it's sort of RPG-ish, but it basically says what could happen, you know? They've got some bonuses, they've got some banes, they've got, they start with things, they -10 to train, very nice, but stubborn might cause some feuds with other clans. So we've got one, we've got Clan Wilmot here, which start as wood collectors, and they're loyal, which is great. And we've got Clan Theobald. They are loyal and aggressive. So aggressive, again, they're gonna fight with other clans. So you might want to make Theobald a military unit and send him off so he doesn't fight with the other ones back home, right? Now, the settlement is idle. So of course, there's always a button to tell you what to do next. Now, we can train these clans in professions, train them in disciplines, produce treasure, and then you can see there's other options here. Now, this declared kingdom is something important, and your settlement, because our current settlement is not permanent. We can move. That's right, and there's a very important reason why we can move our city, because we've only got one. There is only one city in this game. Now, first of all, let's do a little overview of this. Professions are basically the jobs they can do. Disciplines are sort of the industry they work in. So you can train someone in the industry of green. I'm just going to call it green. It's agriculture, but I'm just going to refer to their colors. I can train them in a discipline of green, and then they get to, see, this is 2 turns if they're in green. Let me see. Do any of these have disciplines right now? Not you. Do you have a discipline? Nope, not at all. Do you have a discipline? Yes. So, Clan, old guy here, Relendis, has been trained, there, 3, in discipline. It says right there. I'm still learning the interface myself. There's a lot of information. So if you see, he'll only take 1 turn to learn a red job. This guy will take 2 turns, because this guy is trained in honor as a discipline. Red. So let's have a look at the resources we have. We have horses, we have some wheat there, an unidentified mineral. So we do need food because winter is coming. That's right, there are seasons in this game. So I'm going to train Clan Relendis as a hunter. And we're going to study... study a profession. Let's go... metalworking? Sure, we're going to study metalworking and finish the turn. And that's it. That's turn 1. We are getting a hunter. You know, I probably should get an explorer as well. So that aggressive guy, that would be good for an explorer. Let me get rid of these tooltips there. Okay. A new clan has joined. We've got Clan Sorrel. They are creative and fastidious. So training time is doubled, but they're basically good at some other stuff. And they want to do social jobs. And see, they take twice as long to learn those 3 disciplines, but half for those 3. So let's have a look. Clans are idle. We can send our hunter over to the horses and start. You can see their food is 14, -1. This counts in turns, by the way. 5.2, that's right. Switch disciplines. So Theobald is the aggressive one. I'm going to train him as an explorer. So currently, you see it takes 2 turns to train as an explorer. But if I train Theobald in... Oh, he already has metalworking. Oh, I see. Changing discipline is not as good, so it's fine. I'm just going to train him as an explorer so we can explore the map. Study a new profession, and you see we're starting to get a tech tree here. We did metalworking, so that unlocks that, right? If you want to see the full tech tree... That's not it. That's it. This is the full tech tree. And note there are bonuses for some of these. There's upgrades. So we have honor, which is all this red stuff, agriculture, livestock, metalworking, crafting, and discovery. So it's sort of like, think of Civ 6 where there is the tech tree and the civics tree, but instead of that, the techs and civics are sort of mixed together and there are 6 of them, okay? So there's 6 different tech trees here. Okay. Now, we're getting an explorer. We do need to study something. So let us study miners, because we do have some unidentified minerals over there. Finish the turn. And this is basically the absolute basics of the game. Now, overall goals, this game is set during the fall of the Roman Empire. So you have a military objective of conquering other people's capitals and conquering the one of the 2 Roman empires, because it's been split. Or there is an economic victory of sending sort of envoys or people to be influential in the Roman Empire. And at the start of the game, Roman Empire is strong, you are weak, and the Roman Empire weakens as the turns go on. Also, you see this horse right here? There's 19 turns of harvesting these horses for meat. After that, the resource is gone. All these resources are temporary. If I look at this wheat over here, 18 turns. That's it. If I look at these trees, 24 turns, right? And that's very, very interesting. And to just show you the basic games, I'm going to skip ahead. You can see I've played through some of this game here, and I'm going to skip ahead to just before packing up. And yep. You see time's turning. It's late February. Winter is coming. And I've got some sort of basic units here. I've got some stuff, and you can see these horses are sort of running out. The wheat's sort of running out. It's becoming winter. And I think it's about time we want to move to somewhere else. I've explored the map, right? And over here seems like a nice spot. There's some unidentified minerals, lots of wheat, some berry bushes. There's that farm over there, which I might want to take over, but there are barbarians. But it's late February, so we're just coming out of winter, rather. You can see we've got some neighbors, and I'm a bit close to them. So actually, what I want to do is I'm going to start moving these guys. And it's, yeah, let's move our military units out first. Now, military is something that's a little bit different in this game. First of all, their health is tied to their attack strength. It's into power. So the weaker they are, the less damage they're going to do. Plus, they forage off the land. If I mouse over here, you can see in the bottom right corner, it says 1 supply from terrain. If the supply is 0, for example here, 0 supply, the unit will actually take damage. And they do not auto-heal. They don't auto-heal. Important to note, you have to bring them back to your settlement to heal them. Now, one interesting thing is, I'm going to keep my hunter going, but I'm going to leave this miner behind because he doesn't have to be in our territory to harvest resources. I'm just going to go to my settlement. Oh, no, it's not there. I'm going to select my settlement and tell them to pack up. See, I have a trading post there. And I've got this miner here. This trading post is a guy as well, right? It's another clan, but set up in a more permanent structure. I'm gonna leave him there. 7.5 treasure tin, that's great. Let's study more stuff here. You know, let's get, I'm not sure what exactly, farmers. Let's get farmers. What resources are around you are very important. And you can see lots of stuff is coming here as well. Lots of resources coming in. Let's finish the turn. 1 turn to pack up, and we basically turn our city back into a settler. When, ooh, some barbarians there. Let's deal with these guys first, shall we? I'm gonna charge my spearmen into this bandit, and we are going to wipe them out. And they're dead. Great. We're gonna keep our archer coming through. We're going to keep our forager stacked with our spearmen. We'll keep the hunter coming up. And then let's bring our settler unit. We are currently the Goths, the starting civilization. By the way, you only get 1 civ to choose at the start. To unlock others, you have to conquer the other civilization's capitals, like these guys. These guys are the Saxons. And we also have these guys over here, which are the Franks. So if you conquer their capital and then end the game, you unlock them as a civilization. You are going to wait right there. And we're going to continue. See, the stuff doesn't stop when you pack up and move. Let us get miners. Yeah. And we're just going to move up over there and settle a new place with new resources, conquer some stuff, and a caravan has arrived. And yeah, we're going to settle something a bit more permanent. Now, caravans come once every season except for winter, and you can buy and sell things. So, for example, I might need some parchment because I can't produce parchment. So I might want to buy that. Oh, but there's none for sale, so we can't buy that. Perhaps I want to buy some cloth. I want to buy 10 cloth for 60. You know, I'm just going to buy 5. So let's buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One thing that's a little tricky and probably should be fixed is the UI buttons move when you press on some things. Now, is there anything we could sell? We do have lots of iron. So do I want to sell iron? Maybe I want to sell some tools. How much are they worth? Not a lot. Where's iron? Oh, does he not buy iron? Okay. So one thing we can do is we can upgrade the caravan because there's a lot of resources in this game. Right now, this is all this caravan buys. So if I spend 40 treasure, the next time the caravan comes, they'll buy and sell a lot more. Now, let's keep traversing northwest here. I'm going to keep my archer coming up there, so keep some nice vision range there. I'm going to send this hunter. You see over here, there's some animals unidentified. It's not going to be where I settle, but we could do with the food anyway. And we're going to keep our settler coming up there. Meanwhile, that miner back there, still generating iron. This trade settlement, still generating gold. Very important. Let us just get toolsmiths here. Okay, so I think at this point, you're starting to get the idea of what this game is like. It is very civilization, but with survival elements on not just one thing. Like I said, the units have survival elements. Your settlement has survival elements. You can run out of food. But yeah, just over there, I think would be a nice spot. No. Right, you can attach notes to anything. If you right-click a tile, you can just write what you want and leave a note there. But let's not do that. You can leave a note on anything, even on clans. They're the as people. But we're not going to do that. Let us just keep moving up here. These units do stack, so it's fine. We're gonna keep our hunter coming this way because we are currently losing food, and you kind of need 10 turns of food to get through the winter. Let's finish the turn. By the way, keep in mind our settlement, even though they're a mobile unit, right? If I press spacebar, we actually go, this is our settlement. Some people are residing inside the settlement. Some are out. So these guys are passive. They live inside the settler/settlement. These guys out here are active. They're out doing stuff. So you can see we do actually have some people who shouldn't be in here. We have this person who is a wood collector inside our settlement. So we actually want to have them leave and start collecting wood. So you just go over to these trees, and the next turn we'll tell them to leave, to harvest wood. Meanwhile, this guy is a miner, so I'm gonna ask him to leave as well, to head up to those rocks. And oh, there's 0 supply here. This guy's actually lost some health, I think, because there's no food on that tile. Ah, I didn't notice. And keep in mind, they don't heal back up. Well, it's okay. Who's next on moving? Okay, you get onto that wheat, and you can start foraging, right? Our settlement does not need to be set up to start foraging. I'm gonna set our spearman to go that way, and our settler to head up this way. I'm gonna settle on that little clearing there. And you are gonna keep heading towards those animals. Okay. So you see, this complexity really does hit you very, very quickly. And if no one's explaining this to you, it's a bit hard. There is supposed to be a tutorial once the game releases, but it's not in the game right now, so I can't judge it. Now, the Goths, we're gonna shift here and unpack. We have now moved our settlement from there to here. And we're gonna keep our... Why are these tiles red? Is there 0 supply? Oh, within our tiles, it's actually... We have plenty of supply. There's some barbarians up there, though. So I'm gonna move my military units up there. This miner... Oh, this miner... Can he not identify this tile? Oh, he doesn't have enough movement points, I think. You know, I'm gonna move you into my borders, and you're gonna be outside our borders, identifying what animals these are. Settlements idle. Okay, you see we've got some social professions here. I've added some notes to these guys as well. Social law, because this guy, you see his traits here. Stubborn, but he's got gregarious, so no other clans on the tile may commit crimes. So he's making sure none of the aggressive clans are doing anything bad. We can, however, increase our clan limit because we've got 12 out of 12 right now. So this will cost us how much? We can spend 5 cloth, which I do have 5 cloth. So I'm going to go ahead and increase clan limit so we can have up to 18 clans. Okay. Settlement is idle. We can produce treasure because we could do with the money. And finish turn. I'm now going to go ahead and start claiming things around here. And also do note, permanent buildings extend your zone of control. So you can see here, this is our zone of control because the trade post is still there. So if I capture that farm... Oh, well, we don't have movement points. Okay, yeah, we actually don't have movement points because they're traversing into the forest and that takes a lot of stuff. I am going to forage some trees from there and continue producing treasure. 3 turns to identify the animals down south. Okay, this is a nice spot for permanent settlement though, because you can see we can start expanding to a lot of these resources around. And it's a nice choke point from here, from here, from here. So it's a nice zone of control. I'm going to go ahead and fight this guy. The enemy is crippled and driven off. So it's not, because they're fortified, they don't take that much damage. And we lose only 1% HP. So we have seized the bandit camp. Pillage it. We got +3 score, +20 treasure, +2 horses, and +5 weapons. Yes. My archer is gonna go have a look at these. These guys, you see there's white flags and black flags. The whites are neutral. the blacks are aggressive. So the black flags will attack us, the white flags will not. Because they're sort of, you know, surrendering, I suppose. The enemy is crippled and driven off. I will drive these people off. Seize the neutral wheat farm. We can pillage it, which will give us... okay, I'm going to capture it. We could do with the food. And I suppose this miner cannot identify these minerals, so I might need to retrain him in something else. So let me tell him to enter the settlement. We have this guy, Ingel. I can train him as a digger. So retraining him within the same discipline, mind you, because he is trained in metalworking. So I'm just taking 1 turn to switch him from a miner to a digger, which has the identify skill. So then we can use him to identify these minerals rather than training a new clan to do that. Okay, so we've moved our settlement, claim some new tiles, pillage the bandits, wipe them out. Okay, we could actually do it, yes. And I'm gonna scare off these neutrals as well. Very good. We are establishing our dominance here, and a caravan has arrived. So again, this might be your only source of buying certain things like parchments and all of that. And since we upgraded, you can see they've got more stuff this time. But we are gonna skip ahead now, as you've now seen how you move a caravan. I'm gonna skip ahead now. By the way, the game does autosave. To establishing... No, to setting up a permanent city. So we're going to go from a mobile city to something permanent, which the tutorial does say do not do until turn 40 or 50 or something like that, right? So here we go. Basically, when you enter your settlement, you have to declare a kingdom, which is going to take 25 parchment. So I have no way of producing parchment right now, but I can buy it. So if I look at this parchment, I'm going to buy... There's only 10 available. So I'm going to buy all of it, which is still not enough. So I'm going to have to wait until next season. So let's just finish the turn. And you can see weather effects. By the way, the weather and season are two different things. Climate and weather are different. You can see some tiles are raining. If I have a look at the raining tile, it says heavy rain, right? Heavy rain means units can't move in or out, and lots of stuff is going on. So we've got Clan Theobald and Clan Rand are now feuding. Clan Theobald is happy. Clan okay, there's people feuding and stuff, and all sorts of stuff going on. And you can mouse over these things. Basically, Beagle and Hassel here were feuding, and I had to choose to punish one. So I punished Hassel, so they're not happy, but Beagle's happy. That's great. This guy, they have desires, right? He wanted to switch to metalworking. So the desire has been granted. So I actually trained his... Oh no, I think I trained it to metalworking, then I trained him away from it. So he's kind of happy now. And while we do wait for things, yes, we have this forager, so go grab those berries and produce more treasure here, because we're going to need to build up some money to buy the rest of our parchment and finish the turn. See, at the top right there, it says 5 turns till the caravan shows up. Keep in mind, they don't come in winter, so this is going to be the autumn caravan. And also, just as a note, there are diplomacy things. We can talk to the Franks. We can declare war, make alliance. And when they greet us, we can give them gifts or send a snarky remark. There are benefits to both. If you send a snarky remark, your reputation increases, which can attract more benefits to your clan. So now we've got Obedient and All Thumbs. Training time doubled in crafting. So this is a crafting person who is obedient, will never commit theft, will never engage in brawls, no extra training time for switching disciplines. This person's great. They're just good at everything. So this Roderick, we could make him parchment maker, which we turn animals into parchment. Oh, that takes 5 turns. Wait, let's cancel that. Let's put them into that discipline first. train clan in discipline, which is livestock, right? Yes, livestock. So instead of 5 turns to become a parchment maker, we train him in a discipline, which takes as much time, 1 turn there, but it'll reduce the number of turns to become a parchment maker. So you might as well train him in the discipline until you can't anymore. Though training in disciplines does cost money. Cost things, rather. So you see here, this will cost us 1 parchment to do. But I think it's worth it. We're gonna become a parchment maker anyway. You are... Oh, we've cut down all the trees here, so you gotta now go cut down those trees. You are gonna forage those berries when you can. And yes, next turn. Okay. So we're gonna start producing parchment from our... Oh, I just realized our people are starving and we're eating our horses. So we're not gonna have any animals to turn into parchment. Why can't I... Oh, did I send a farmer? Are you... Oh, you're not a... You're a farmer. You're supposed to go to the farm. You're not a harvester. Oh, damn it. And now all this rain is here. Well, good thing you don't have to move. Let's just... Okay. Well... Parchment Maker's now 3 turns, so see, we spent 2 turns specializing, and it turned Parchment Maker from 5 turns to 3 turns. You know, I have a feeling... No, we should have enough money. We should have enough money. I'm making all the wrong plays here. I sent a farmer to a berry bush, and they're like, I don't understand. I didn't plant this plant. How do I take fruit off of a plant that I didn't put there? You are reapers, right? You are... No, you're both reapers. So... Oh, no, reapers don't... Right, no. I remember. Reapers and gatherers, they are different. Okay. So I actually have to send this reaper back home, retrain them as a gatherer, and send them there. Actually, all this land just got flooded. I'm gonna just send you straight to that and harvest that, because that just ran out and we are starving. Okay, look, this is a hard game. You're starting to see that it's not quite so easy. All that land on the left there, on the west, is flooded, so it couldn't be traversed. Let's just start foraging that, and jeez, we're just so short. Whatever, 0 stored, minus 14 from clans. You know, maybe increasing from 12 clans to 18 clans was not so good. Shortage has shut down production of fame, shut down production of knowledge. Okay, the caravan is here. I needed to buy like 10 parchment, and you know what we can buy? Please sell them. Okay, horses. We can buy horses, and they will be converted into food. So at least we're not starving. This isn't even in winter, by the way. Clans are idle. Okay, you are gonna be... Is that... This must still have... Wheat farm, yeah. Oh, is it out of wheat? Did we fully... I don't know. I'll find out next turn. Meanwhile... Oh, right. I've actually already declared a kingdom, which is why my terrain is so big. Yes, I forgot I already did that. But basically you needed 25 parchment to declare the kingdom, and that just basically means it's settled. And you can see we cannot pack up anymore. Okay, so this whole time I was preparing for parchment, and I already did it because you can see there are houses. Look, this is my first real time playing the game, but you get the idea. This is a hard game with lots of complexity, and it takes many, many hours learning. Okay. But yeah, basically, I think that covers at the gates. Jon Shafer's at the gates. By the way, I did leave the miner there. It became winter and he starved, so he just died. This is Jon Shafer's at the gates, which is basically a survival roguelike civilization. And it's got lots and lots of stuff. different personality traits of each of our tribes here, or our clans. We've got 6 different tech trees in different disciplines. We've got some diplomacy. We have religion at some point. We have our victory progress, or for training a Roman legion or becoming sort of a political victory, an economic victory there, and all of that. And I think you have an idea. I think I will be playing through one of these games by myself, through an actual playthrough, now that I know the basics and I can have some idea. So if you'd like to check that out, I will be playing that on the channel. But if you'd like to check out more civilization content or city building content or other strategy content, you can as well. I will put buttons on the screen right about now. All right, so that's going to be it for now. Hope you enjoyed this look at Jon Shafer's At the Gates. It's quite interesting. There's so much to learn. This is a Gamer Encounters, so obviously it's not too in-depth, but you get the general idea. All right, that's going to be it for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful, and I will see you in the next video.